Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Mohammed bin RAOF and I'm here with Ashraf bin SAFIEE, Muhammad NURSYAHMI bin BAHARUDIN and DJUEMYLLA binti YUSUP. So we're going to talk about blackouts that happen all across the globe. So the sequence of events. Firstly, in power systems, large, dis large disturbances are usually followed by a series of events called cascading events. If these events are not well managed, the system would encounter a blackout. However, the initiating conditions vary and may include bad weather, animals shorting system equipment, operation errors, or technical faults indicated under major causes of power system collapse. Whenever a power system disturbance occurs, a deficit between the generation and the demand occurs, resulting in unsecure operation of the system. This deficit can lead to overloading of generators and transmission lines, causing the system frequency and voltages at respective buses in the system to drop. An overview of the initial disturbances and the cascading events led to the major blackouts around the globe. So based on the table here, we can see the initial causes which happen when the blackout happens all around the world. For example, US and Canada, Sweden, Denmark, Italy, India, Thailand, BPS, and also Kenya. Based on this pie chart, we can see the major electric power system blackout causes. So as you can see here, the weather or trees are the majority of the most impactful causes that cause the blackout to happen.
Okay, thank you to Muhammad Rizwan. So for my part, I will explain the protection system involved in this incident. In order to keep the frequency and voltage within acceptable threshold, emergency load tripping is done through relay action. If the curtail load is not sufficient or if the relay action is delayed, subsequent transmission lines and generator trip. The situation will dramatically develop into cascading events which, if not addressed, the system will collapse. After the start of cascade, protective relays operated on overload and the system integrity is severely compromised. Impedance relays also operated by out-of-step oscillation. Generating units also trips on under frequency or under voltage. Furthermore, investigation showed that in cascade events, the protective relays play a significant role in compounding and propagation of cascading blackouts. Okay. Next, the main cause of the incident. It can be seen the highest number of blackouts was due to abnormal weather conditions such as severe winds and heavy storm and trees falling on transmission line. However, bad weather conditions cannot be predicted with absolute certainty. Therefore, having a focus of them and an improved power system monitoring a control platform can significantly safeguard power system against such events. So this is a analysis on blackout around the globe and their percentage from 2011 to 2019 that we have found from article.
Okay. Hi guys. My friend and I, Shami and I, will be explaining about the impact, the consequences of the accidents, which is more to safety, health, and damage. And we are going to explain also about the technical report, which is our own judgment, more to like safety, legal, or cultural issues that related to these incidents that we are surveying on. And lastly, we are going to explain about the what should we do to prevent this event from happening in the future. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Shami, can you show the slide? Okay, this is our slide. So we're going to explain impact of the a survey on power system blackout and cascading event. Okay, this impact, there are three. I will explain about three main effect, which is impact in social, impact in economy, and impact in politics. Okay, so basically, impact in social, there are three main reason and three main that are most affected. So the first one will be the medical system affected, the rail traffic also disturbed, and the road traffic also disturbed. So basically, in socially, when blackout is experienced, the medical system, the rail, the road traffic system are heavily affected. The facility in big cities in town, like water supplies, and depend on the electricity to treat and pump water for domestic industries use. So the loss of power, which is result in facilities grounding to a halt, and this one will loss of water for big city pose and a big health risk. So for examples, in some countries, the outbreak of the disease occur, like which can take which can take the life in a matter of hours, like let's say vaccine and drugs. Okay, that require refrigerations are at risk in the event of prolonged blackout. So it means the loss is also in monetary value, as new vaccines and drug will be needed for replacement. So creating artificial a shortage for people in need of such drug. So the equipment in hospital like X-ray, ventilators, and theater depend on the electricity. Thus, the paralyzing the hospital and causing the danger to life. So the use of backup generator, which have a high cost, is also a financial burden and already expensive cost of accessing health to a majority of people in the world. So the backup generators require continuous maintenance and testing to ensure they will work in the event of a power outage. So the patient data and life the patient data and the life all are on the line when the power goes out. So in addition, so without working telephone lines, people will not be able to call emergency service for help. Next. Okay. Second, the impact in economy, which can impact for vulnerable security system, the politic unrest, and the disrupted businesses. So in businesses, there are huge economic losses that occur due to internet breakdown. So the failure of payment system and downs of manufacturing and production industries. So despite having a backup generator, like the it can still lose production hour, resulting in losses in revenue from failing to meet demand on target. So the port of entry, like the sea, the air, the road, and the rail drive economies and heavily depends on the electricity from control tower to handling container that require cranes to move goods. So, means the delay in a loading or offloading of goods at seaport can have a cascading effect, so, like, for example, the critical goods like oil, medicines, and foods. So, perishable goods at port are at risk due to a loss of refrigerations and delay in shipping or delivery. So, the data centers store, organize, manage, and process a company information's data. The loss of data center due to a power outage result in loss of missions critical data. And then the companies in the retail industry suffer lost sales revenue with unplanned outage. So meaning is that for larger retail companies, there are a few minutes of downtime can lead to tens of thousands of dollars in lost revenue. So the loss came from the loss in possible transactions and from the perishable goods that require refrigerations. So this blackout have effect on costs from litigations, loss of equipment, and overtime works for the employees, which can cause the loss of generation and the loss of revenue. The hydro plants can quickly recover from blackout, but the thermal plants are take longer to bring units back online. So which means the high cost of startup after blackout are experienced. Next. Okay, the impact in politics. So, impact in business interruptions, internet breakdowns, and the third one is the payment transactions interruptions. So, During a blackout, the security systems are disabled, and if there are no standby power sources, this can be a political threat to a nation. So means the electricity is used to operate military bases where government officials work to support maintain deployment of weapons and oversee combat forces. And then the equipment also included the data center. The outage can cause a valuable weaponry and equipment to become useless in the event of an attack. So, with a non-functioning equipment, the military personnel could be left defenseless from attack. So, the bases may have also important facilities like a airport and hospital that also require electricity. Okay, my friends will explain more about the
Okay.
safety.
Okay, thank you, DJ. So now I'm gonna be explaining about the societal, and health issue related to the power system blackout. So we all know when the blackout occurs, medical service, rail, and road traffic networks are all severely impacted. Water treatment and pumping facilities in large cities and towns rely on electricity to clean and pump water for household and industrial usage. When there is a power outage, such facilities comes to a standstill. Loss of water in large cities poses a significant health risk. For example, in certain nations, illness outbreaks may kill people in a matter of hours. In the case of a lengthy blackout, vaccines and medications that require refrigeration are at danger. The loss is monetary as well, since new vaccination and treatments will require to replace them, resulting in artificial shortage for those who require them. Next is the health issue related to the power system blackout. We all know that heat is the major public health problem related to blackouts. In a blackout, the main public health intervention for heat-related illness, which is air conditioning, is unavailable. So in the US, heat causes about 400 deaths per year, which is more than all other natural disasters combined. And the people most at risk from heat is included the elderly, the poor, people in inner cities, people with chronic illness, and children under the age of 5 years old. But all heat-related deaths are preventable. How to prevent heat from how to prevent death from heat? They need to drink plenty of non-alcoholic and also non-caffeine liquids to prevent dehydrated. They also need to reduce strenuous activities, and they also have to take cool showers and bath frequently. Next, the safety issues related to power system blackout. So when a blackout happens, security systems are deactivated. And if there are no backup power sources, this might be a political danger to a country. Military bases where government officials labor to support and maintain weapon deployment and manage combat units are powered by electricity. The equipment also included data centers, and outage can cause valuable weaponry and equipment to become useless in event of attack. With non-functional equipment, military personnel could be left defenseless from attack. The bases may have also important facilities like airports and hospitals that also require electricity that have been said by DJ just now. And so lastly, how to prevent blackout in the future. Firstly, the majority of our outage are caused by bad weather with subsequent cascading events. As a result, weather forecasting techniques must be updated, and power system operators must be equipped with this information in order to prepare for such events. Second, customers must be encouraged to participate in the demand side management programs such as the emergency demand response. Next, UFLS techniques must be improved so that they can quickly respond and shed enough load in emergencies. Then, pre-disturbance system studies must be done and also included the possible cascading events. And for the last two, DJ would you mind to explain it for us?
Okay, in addition, an upgrade of the power system monitoring, control, and protection schemes is required to enhance the system reliability. The wide area measurement system, which is the WAMS platform, is one of the promising platform. The last one is the reserve management of the most power system must be improved. Anytime a specific share of generations must be allocated as a reserve, so which means this way to minimize the initial cost of renewable energies to be found, and renewables must be used to supplement conventionals, yes,
Generation.
generation. Thank you.
That is all from us. Thank you.